Nigel Farage and his Brexit party are on a roll as his new class of MEPs arrive in Strasbourg for the first day of the European Parliament.
We are the biggest party in the whole of Europe. How about that? That's not bad.
Farage and his 28 MEPs are now elected representatives to an institution they want to leave. One of them is Alexandra Phillips, who represents almost 1 million people in the southeast of England. So I've come to the European Parliament to meet her.
As the naughty Brexit party, non-Europhile rebels, we've been put on the outskirts of the parliamentary estate in a building I didn't even know existed. So
how long does it generally take you to get there, for example?
From here to my office, probably about 10 years. If it was me by myself, me and you and a bottle of Chardonnay, you'd have to beep a lot. You become a professional person. You're representing people, you're representing your party, you're representing your country, you're representing your electorate. So it's very different for just being Joe Soap.
Phillips is one of the most high-profile members of the Brexit party. She was the head of press for UKIP, even starring in this party political broadcast.
In Turkey, it's actually a criminal offence to criticise the government that could land you with a jail sentence. Last year, 9 journalists were sent to prison in Turkey. It might explain why I felt more comfortable filming this back here in the UK.
She quit the party and entered the murky world of freelance political consultancy. And she's been repeatedly linked to Cambridge Analytica, the notorious political data company exposed by an undercover Channel 4 News investigation last year.
We just put information into the bloodstream, to the internet, and then watch it grow.
Phillips was part of a secret team deployed by Cambridge Analytica during the Kenyan election in 2017. The campaign was marked by misinformation. Fake news spread through the internet and smartphones. Apocalyptic videos like this, smearing Kenyatta's opponent, went viral in the toxic political atmosphere. But no one in Kenya seemingly knew who was behind it. Cambridge Analytica strenuously denied any involvement with these videos or any role in negative political campaigning there. Kenyatta's party, Jubilee, denied they were there at all.
The Kenyatta campaign, which we ran in 2013 and 2017 for Kenyatta.
Yeah. And what you have done in the Kenya?
We have rebranded the entire party twice, written their manifesto, done 2 rounds of 50,000 surveys.
Huge amounts of research, analysis, messaging.
And then we'd write all the speeches and we'd stage the whole thing.
Just after Kenyatta's victory, Alex Phillips posted this picture of her in Kenya working with Jubilee.
You've worked in other countries. You worked for Cambridge Analytica in Kenya.
I didn't.
You worked for the press team for Kenyatta in Kenya. What was your role?
I'm not talking about that, and I can explain very clearly why I'm not talking about that. Because I'm under a non-disclosure agreement, okay? So this question can't go any further. Yes, I did work in Kenya, country I absolutely adore, lots of friends there, very good connections, lived there for a year. I can't tell you what I was doing, but it was a very... No, it wasn't. It was not. It wasn't. That's factually wrong.
Who have said that they did everything
wrong.
For Kenyatta's campaign?
I didn't work for them at all.
Why did you
libels. You can't put this online, my friend. I was working in Kenya, yes. I was working in Kenya during election time. True. I had lots of friends who were working in the Jubilee Party. Also true, because I was working with various political institutions during that election campaign to make sure that the election passed peacefully. That was what my role was. I can't tell you anymore because of non-disclosure agreements. You're actually... No, listen, I'm being very serious now. Okay. You're actually propagating a load of misinformation that's been put online apropos nothing,
misinformation was put online about the opposition party and about...
I wasn't anything to do with that. Go and speak to whoever did that.
But you were part of Kenyatta's campaign. You were working with Kenyatta, so it's a legitimate question.
I worked with multiple institutions. I worked with multiple institutions. If you want to talk about the Cambridge Analytica campaign, speak to them, not me. I don't know them. I really don't know the people. I really don't think if you use this online, it's going to be very difficult, okay?
Okay, that's fine. At least I've asked you.
Yeah,
it was a Channel 4 News investigation, and I have to ask.
And actually, do you know, please don't pursue that, because there's going to be a lot of things that might be happening over the next few weeks, months, which is going to make life very difficult. I'm being serious.
As a journalist, you're telling me what I...
No, I'm not, because I'm not look,
That's fine. We can just end it.
I've
there.
never been employed by Cambridge Analytica in my life. I was working in Kenya during the election campaign time. I worked alongside various people and various organisations during election time. Everything I was doing was in the interest of promoting peace, security and stability in that country.
Okay.
I love Kenya.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex, for your time.
Pleasure.
I'm going to take your microphone.
Phillips then called her lawyer to complain about us. But listen to what she told a journalist colleague in an interview back in 2017.
I've not been able to speak to you because I've been under my contract finished yesterday, so now I'm able to talk. But whilst I'm under contract with Cambridge Analytica, you know, if they had found that I'd spoken to a journalist about them, then you know what I mean? Non-disclosure agreements, all the rest of it. I wasn't working for Jubilee. I was employed by Cambridge Analytica, who had the contract with Jubilee. Brought on as a political communications consultant for the Kenya project. I'd be writing the president's speeches and his talking points for rallies and state house statements, and I trained their communications team. They were sort of journalists who came together to create a press office, so I had to train them up and daily management of that communications team. The $6 million, they got me and another chap who are two of the best in the business at doing this kind of stuff, and paid us, nowhere near that much, my friends.
Last night, Alex Phillips changed her story. In a statement, she told us she had worked with President Kenyatta and that the work was subcontracted out to me by SCL, Cambridge Analytica's parent company. She said she would continue to respect her confidentiality agreements out of respect for those whom I served. And she claimed she would not be bullied by what she called guilt by association reporting.